ZentroQ has helped us understand our budget controls coming out of Heavy Job. Heavy Job provides a number of data points coming from the field and from the estimate, but ZentroQ has allowed us to identify where that risk lies when quantity coming from the field or time cards coming from the field don't align with how we estimated the job from the beginning. We're able to take the ZentroQ platform, tie that back to our activity codes, and if we're not accounting for the work that's being performed in the field properly from the field, we can see how that impacts the budget right away. We can talk to our finance team and our leadership about what the impacts of that risk are, and we can go back and talk to the field about how we can better quantify the work being performed in the field and how that rolls up into cost. ZentroQ quickly identifies what cost codes or activities we may not have set up correctly when we conform the estimate out of the estimate process. There's a number of activity codes. We call them work breakdown structures, also pay items that our customer requires for fixed bid projects. And setting those budget controls or budget numbers up for each activity is really important. And the amount of work or quantity that the work we need to execute in the field is important. So if we have a misalignment there in Heavy Job, ZentroQ identifies that really quickly. And it could be a process from the field that we're not capturing the quantity as we anticipated. It could be that we're not accruing cost and doing true ups from our accounting software in the way that we anticipated as well. So ZentroQ allows us to identify that really quickly so we can get better forecasting capability and understanding how the budget is performing. ZentroQ has also helped us in our job lifecycle process management. So from estimating to conforming the estimate, getting it ready for budget controls to the field, handing that off to operations, and then also understanding the impact to the next estimating process to similar jobs. So again, ZentroQ has clearly identifies performance factors on labor versus the hourly rate. So we get a breakdown of why our labor budgets either missed or were over or under versus the bids. That breakdown allows us to easily go back to another similar estimating process or job and incorporate those misses or misalignments from the crews that we saw, the crews that we hired, or the performance that was being executed in the field. Another way ZentroQ helps us is to understand the forecast that project managers are putting into the Heavy Job system. We're able to see it at a cost category level, but also an activity code, what differences a project manager may see or a team may see in the forecasting module that Heavy Job provides versus the budget, but it also compares that against the Heavy Job estimate at completion. We get three different views on where the job may end up on the budget, and that expansion of detail that ZentroQ offers gives us a ton of detail to understand where the risk may be on the activity or either in the cost category such as subs or materials or equipment. ZentroQ has allowed us to talk to our customers and our clients about the opportunity for change orders early in the project. If we see that we're not performing on an activity or cost code, we're able to identify that early with ZentroQ and have those difficult conversations with our customer about scope change or how to meet the budgets and the cost impact to the job. ZentroQ has also helped us aggregate and sum up all the great information that's in Heavy Job that Heavy Job provides today. However, Heavy Job, historically, we've had to go from table to table, filter to filter, and aggregate the holistic view that we want to see for a job. And that customization is wonderful for many project managers. But what ZentroQ allows is to summarize at a job level or a region level or a division level the data that we know is in Heavy Job, but it takes us some time to go grab. So the sorting, the filtering, the aggregation of data at the levels that we would like to see cost activities roll up to, we get that capability with ZentroQ has helped us understand at a job level or a contract level all of the cost factors and performance factors that are happening at multiple levels. With Heavy Job's multiple layers of data, we now do not need to go back into the Heavy Job platform each day and summarize each segments of data that happen in Heavy Job independently. ZentroQ allows us to roll that up at a job level in one simple filtering process, and we can see that from screen to screen or KPI to KPI. With ZentroQ, we are able to understand better about why certain activities or cost codes or cost categories are not meeting budget. We know there's a number of factors that can impact a budget, labor productivity, the number of hours worked and the work being completed, but also the rate or hourly rate that we're paying our crews or our subs. So the breakdown that we see in ZentroQ allows us to understand better at a deeper budget level what's happening to that budget and why it's over or under as planned. With ZentroQ, we're able to see forecast over time for long-term projects or even short-term projects. That forecast over time is important to understand what risk is moving in the job or how the scope of the job may be changing, and we need to work with the customer to get change orders. The forecasting module is very powerful in heavy job, but being able to see that through ZentroQ, we also get an overlay with the forecast that a project manager enters versus the heavy job estimate of how the job is going to perform to budget. And again, we still get the budget visibility. And with ZentroQ, we see that in one screen and able to overlay and assess the impact of forecast versus budget versus the heavy job forecast. With ZentroQ, at the end of the month, we're able to have more informed conversations with the finance team as accruals are closed out. The true-up process that heavy job allows with our financial software aligns the costs, the actual costs that are coming in from invoicing from our subcontractors, our equipment charges, our fuel charges, and we're able to have a deeper conversation on where the P&L really ends up at the end of the month at the job level. We can give them insight on what's causing the gap, on what they forecast in the finance world versus our project management world. So that deeper understanding of what's contributing to the gaps in what finance sees coming through on their side versus what the project sees on budget controls on our side, ZentroQ allows us to have much more informative conversations at the detailed level to align. So like heavy job, our power users are our project managers. Day to day, the project managers are able to see insight into the activity codes and how the budget is being impacted by what's being performed in the field each day. That extra level of information allows the project manager to have more informed conversations with supers and foremen in the field and also our customers. A second power user month to month is our finance team and executive team. With the business summaries and the executive summary pages, they're able to see how budget controls from each job are rolling up and may impact the financials for each month. With ZentroQ's critical action page, we're able to see right away what jobs may be accounting for cost or not accounting for cost to certain activities that we didn't plan on and that were not budgeted for. So the Critical Action Center allows us to see what cost codes are accumulating hours, but no quantity completed, or quantity completed, but no hours and time. So that misalignment on your cost codes can greatly impact the budget or the ability to forecast the budget, where the budget's going to end for the job. The critical action page helps us see right away what jobs have that risk and also what activities have that risk, so we can go back to the field and back to the project managers and the supers to talk about how to better account for activities and time that's happening for that job.